unless we ourselves are willing to give it away by letting our mind become victims to our own thoughts, because situations are all external. It's the thought, that thought, how we think is the bridge between my inner state and the external situation. Without this thought, nothing external can come into my mind. So, the cause of our stress, the cause of our anxiety, is not anything external, it's our own mind, it's our own thoughts. So, let's become aware of this. I can change my thoughts and I can restore my inner peace and happiness. And I can feel relaxed as and when I choose to. And I'm no longer a victim of circumstances that can stress me because they are all external. How I react is something that's coming out of my inner state. So let's make a firm resolve that no matter what happens outside, I will try to maintain my inner peace. Let's sit in silence for just another minute. The mind is empty. Just drop everything. Leave everything behind. All worries, routines, schedules, to-do lists, ambitions, beliefs, influences, everything behind. And only one thought that prevails: inner peace. A high energy, positive, quality thought, and the least quantity of thought, one thought only. That's the formula to relaxing the mind. Thank you very much. We'll resume the session.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine. How was the last week? How's everyone doing? You can give some response. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So this is how the Josh we should have, and it's a really a beautiful session. We are just meeting together every Sunday. We are meeting to learn something new, and this is the sixth session for Python programming. And hope everyone is practicing nicely on their own because we are just meeting on Sunday, and the rest of the days you have to practice on a regular basis. It's very important, even if you are practicing for 5 to 10 minutes, but it should be done on every day. I think someone can just mute themselves. There is some disturbance. Please, you can mute yourself, or we will have some disturbance in the background then. Yeah. Okay. So very important to practice every day. We can pick up a small program, even if it is very small. We don't have to just directly go at the top of the mountain. We just have to take few tiny steps every day. We have to just keep on moving, and it is going to take time. That's a fact. Whenever we are learning a new skill, it is going to take time. So we should have that patience, we should have that dedication and consistency to achieve the goal which we have decided. Nothing is going to change overnight. Nothing is going to change in a week. At least 6 months of dedicated, consistent practice will make us a quite master of Python language. Not only Python, if you pick up any skill, it takes at least 6 months if we practice it on a regular basis. Okay, so that was a very nice meditation session. Thank you, Sister Raki. And the purpose of the meditation is that we can prepare ourselves for the whole class and we can focus completely here. So I would request everyone is focusing here, and there might be something going on, parallelly. So we have to have focus in the session. We will begin by revising what we studied in the last session. Just a quick revision. We studied about strings, what exactly is a string, and we just wrote the code. If there is a string in which you have double quotes, then you are just going to use single quotes to write that string. Any string which has a double quote, we will be using a single quote to write it. We learned about accessing characters of a string. Mr. Gopal, there is some disturbance from your side. Can you mute yourself, Mr. Gopal? Gopal Kumar? Okay. Now accessing characters of a string, then looping through the string. We can use the loop in a string. We wrote program to find out factorial of a number and swapping two numbers. Then we studied about operations on the string, some operations which we can perform like concatenation, repetition, slice, range slice, membership. In membership, there are two, in and not in. And then we studied about string methods, some methods which we can use on the string, like uppercase. We can use the upper method, the lower method, the R strip method, replace method, so and so forth. There are so many methods which we can perform. So on W3 schools, we can go and it will just give the whole list of the methods. So you need not know all of the methods. Some of the important methods which will be used very often in programming, we should know that one. Okay, so this was just a short revision. Now today what we are going to do. Is my voice proper? Everything is okay? Any issues and all?
Yeah, correct.
Huh. Hmm. Okay, so let's begin today. Today we will be learning about also some interesting concepts further. First of all, we will just take the assignments. We will discuss, there was two assignments, create a program to find if a number is prime or not, and second one, to print the Fibonacci series. Okay, this was the program. So we will quickly go to the Replit and we will just see how we can write the code for these two. Let me share my Replit. Okay. So hope my screen is visible to everybody. Let's begin by writing code. Now, first we want to find if a number is prime or not. Now, we all know what is a prime number. You know, we have all studied maths and it was our favorite subject at school. So we should know what is prime or not. If there are some concepts which we are not able to recall, definitely we can go on Google and we can find out the answer. Now, what is a prime number? A prime number is something which has two factors, which has only two factors. What are those factors? It is 1 and the number itself. Hmm. So, say for example, 13. Now, 13 has only two factors, 1 and 13 itself. It doesn't have any other factor. So, 13 is a prime number. I'll just write P, stands for prime. Okay, so let's see how we can write the code for this one. Very interesting, uh, very nice program. Let's see how we can write it. Perfect. First, we need a number from the user. So for that, we are just going to create a variable. We will get the input. Okay, so I'm just going to write n equals to int input, enter a number, and then I need to create a variable which is going to find out how many factors the given number has. I just need to create a variable which will find how many factors this n has. So I'll just write as count here. Count equals to, initially it will be 0 and I equals to 1. Okay, then what are we going to do? We will be using a loop here. So we have studied about the while loop previously. Let's use the while loop. While I'm going to put a condition here, while I is less than equals to n. N is the number given by the user. Okay, and then what I want to do inside the while loop, I'm going to use a if statement. So this is how we have to think. You know, it's like, you know, how we are making a sabji. In sabji, we are using different vegetables. We are using potato, we are using tomato, you know, any sabji, you know, you are making a sabji, you are using different vegetables. You are using lady's finger. So it's like, you know, different things you have to just combine and you have to create a program. So we are using the while loop. Okay, then what else we need? We need a if statement. So if I'm going to write the condition. Now, if what is the condition I have to give? N modulus. We will discuss what is this modulus. Modulus I. N modulus I equals to 0. We will come to it. We will understand the logic. Let's write the code completely and let's write it with proper syntax, or else we are going to get syntax error. So if this condition is satisfied, then I'm going to do the increment for the count. So count equals to count plus 1. Increment for the count. Okay, then come out of the if statement. We will be just here like that. I'll just come out of the if statement, and then I'll write I equals to I plus 1. Increment for I. Okay, now come out of the while loop. This is the if statement. Now I have just given a small indentation. So this count equals to count plus 1 is part of if statement. Now there is no indentation. This means I equals to I plus 1 is a part of the while loop. Okay, now I'm just coming out of the while loop. So I'll just go there. And now I'm going to write the condition if count equals to 2. Then print it is a prime number. Else all right, so it is not a prime number. Okay, now see here, if count equals to 2, that means if it has two factors, then it is a prime number. That's what we discussed. Every prime number has only two factors. So if this condition is satisfied, it will print it is a prime. Else, what is obviously the next option? It is not a prime. There are only two options. There is no third option. So we will directly write else it is not a prime. Okay, now let's come to this. Let's try to understand the logic of this program. I will use the annotation here. Say for example, if the user is going to give 2, he enters 2. Now what happens? Count is equals to 0 initially, I equals to 1. It will go inside the while loop. It is going to check, is I less than equals to n? Yes, because I is 1 right now. 1 is less than equals to 2. Condition satisfied, it goes inside the loop. Now it is going to check if n modulus I double equals to 0. Now this double equals to is a comparison operator. There is a difference between single equals to and double equals to. Single equals to used for assigning some value. Double equals to is used for comparison. Now what is the modulus there? The modulus, what it is going to do? Whenever we are using the modulus, it means it is going to give you the remainder. I'll just write R in short, remainder. Okay, so 2 modulus 1. I is 1 right now, n is 2. 2 modulus I. What will be the answer? The remainder is 0. So this condition is satisfied. 2 modulus I, 2 modulus 1, remainder is 0. So yes, this condition is correct. So it will go inside the loop, inside the if statement, and count is going to increase. So count equals to count plus 1. Initially count was 0. Now we are doing the increment. So count will become, okay, so count will become 1 now because of this increment. Okay, that means it has found out one factor, which is 1. And then it will go and do the increment for I plus 1. So I was 1 initially. Increment happens, so I becomes 2 now. Okay, we have to pay attention. So this thing is very important to understand. And then it will again go inside the loop. The loop will run until the condition is false. Now what is the value of I now? 2, because of the increment. Now it is again going to check, is 2 less than equals to 2? Yes, the condition is true. So it goes inside the loop again. Now it is going to check, is 2 modulus 2 equals to 0? Yes, this condition is also true. Obviously, if you divide 2 by 2, you will get remainder as 0. So this condition is satisfied. So again, it goes inside and count is going to increase. So what was the value of count previously? It was 1. Now in this iteration, count becomes 2. Count becomes 2. Okay. Now I equals to I plus 1. What was I previously? It was 2. It became 2. Now increment happens. It becomes 3 now. I becomes 3 now. So, it will look messy quite because I'm using the annotation here. Don't get confused. I hope you are able to understand the concept. I is 3 now. Now it is going to check 3 less than equals to 2. No, this condition is false. So it will break the loop and it will directly from here, it will jump into the if statement. Now it is going to check if count equals to 2. Yes, count became 2 there, this thing. So it is a prime number. Else, if this thing doesn't happen, then if say for example, you get count as 3, then else will be printed because obviously it's not a prime number. If you give 4, it will just print it is not a prime number. Okay, so this was the logic. So let me just remove the annotation here. I hope it was simple and clear. You were able to follow it? Yes, no? Were you able to understand? If not, you can write no. That's okay. Okay, what's happening here? See, the count, we are doing the increment, right? So if all the condition is satisfied, if the while condition is satisfied, and also the if condition is satisfied, the count is going to increase. So if count is equals to 2, then it will print it's a prime number. If you get count as 4, will it be a prime number? Someone can answer. If C equals to 4, that is count equals to 4, will it be a prime? No, it will be not prime because prime number has only 2 factors. We are using the count to find out how many factors the entered number has. If you want, you can just, instead of count, you can rename this variable as factor. That's up to you. That can also be done. It is going to give the same result. Oh, you just have to make changes everywhere. Okay, let's run the code. Enter a number. I'll just write 30 there. So it's a prime number. It's a prime number. If I just write 4, it's not a prime number. Because what are the factors for 4? It's definitely more than 2. You have 1, you have 2, and 4. There are 3 factors. There are 3 factors. So this condition is not satisfied. So it will go to else. It is not a prime. Okay. I hope that was simple and clear to understand. Everyone is able to. Yeah. If more than two factors, then it is not a prime. If it has only two factors, then it is a prime. Yeah, I think you are with me. Correct, correct. Very good. Perfect. All right. So this was prime and not prime. Perfect. Let's move on. The second program to print the Fibonacci series. Okay, this sounds so interesting. Fibonacci, the name itself is so interesting. Now, what is Fibonacci series? It's a series which goes something like this. Let me just use the annotation. Yeah. Okay, it starts from 0. Then you have number 1. Okay, in programming, positioning always starts from 0. Okay, you have 0, then 1. Now, what you have to do, just add 0 and 1. That will be the next number in the series. The WebEx has different annotation styling, so no problem. 0 and 1, then this will be 1. Now, 1 plus 1 plus 1 will be 2, the next number. Then 1 plus 2 will be 3. 2 plus 3 will be 5. 5 plus 3 will be 8. So like that, it will just go on. This is called the Fibonacci series. Okay, this is the Fibonacci series. Let's see how to write the program. Now see, these are very, like, it has few lines, like 10 lines of code, but it's very important to understand the logic behind the program. So this while loop and if statement, this is like the heart of the program. Without this, it is not going to work. Logic is something, a way, a solution to a problem. See, we should have a problem solving mindset. In programming, we should have a problem solving mindset. A problem is given and we have to find a solution for that. So we should not be scared, oh my God, how I'm going to do this. We should just think, I'm going to find the answer, and you will eventually get the answer. You'll find the way for the answer. Perfect. Let's write the code now. Obviously, we just want to get a number till where we want to print the series. So getting a number from the user. And then we are going to create 3 variables, x, y, and z. Let's do it. X equals to, initially it will be 0. Then y, it will be equals to 1. Okay, z initially equals to 0. This is how we have to define and the initial declaration of the variables. And then we will be using while loop. Let's use the while loop, and the condition we have to give z less than equals to n. This is the condition, z less than equals to n. Then we just want to print the z variable, the value of the z variable. Print z. Then we just want to do some exchange here, like how we wrote the swap program, swapping two numbers. We exchanged the value. We created a temporary variable and we just swapped two numbers. So something like that we have to write here. First, x equals to y. And then y equals to z. Oh, that will go to the next line. Y equals to z. And then z equals to x plus y. Okay, that's it. Now let's see. Let's understand the logic behind this. Why we have written this. It should not be a Greek and Latin for us. We should be able to understand the code. That's why it is called code. Code is something, it's a code language. We use the code language for something. We are just using one word to communicate. That's why it is called coding. It's not a normal English language. We have to understand the meaning of each and every word here. So let me annotate again. I will just write here X, Y, and Z. So say for example, the user is going to give 5. He will just write 5. Okay. What happens initially? X is 0, Y is 1, Y is 1, and Z is 0. Okay. So 5 entered by the user, it will go inside the Y. Z less than equals to N. What is Z? 0. Is 0 less than equals to 5? Yes. So it will go inside the loop. It's like the while loop is just welcoming. If you have satisfied the condition, it will just welcome you inside the home, or else you can't come inside. So the condition should be satisfied. Yeah, the condition is satisfied, so you are welcome. Now it goes inside the loop and then it prints Z. Initial value of Z, 0. So 0 will be printed. Now the exchange happens here. Y, X equals to Y. So what happens? We are just assigning the value of Y to X. Value of Y to X. So instead of 0, now X becomes 1 and there is nothing inside Y. X becomes 1. Okay, kindly pay attention. I will take it slowly. Then Y equals to Z. Y is empty right now. Z is 0. Z value goes inside Y. So Y becomes 0 and there is nothing inside Z. Okay, next Z equals to X plus Y. X is 1, Y is 0. Add both of them, so it becomes 1. Now, since it's inside a loop, it again goes on the top. Again checks the condition. Is Z less than N? What is the value of Z now? It is 1 right now. That's why it is printing 1. So 1 less than equals to 5? Yes. Condition is true. Again, it goes inside. So this is the repetition. This is the iteration which is happening. So it will print the Z. So that's what it is doing. It is printing the Z here. 1. Then again, exchange will happen. X equals to Y. So what is Y right now? 0. X is 1. So instead of 1, it becomes 0. Y is empty. The Z value goes inside Y. Y becomes 1 now. And Z, X plus 1. So it becomes 1 again. So Z value is 1. It goes on the top. Checks the condition. Condition is true. 1 less than equals to 5. So it prints 1 again. Next iteration. Let's do the next. Hope you are able to follow. Don't get confused. It's very easy. It's just like, some repetition is happening here and it's just following some pattern. Okay. So 0, 1 and 1 is the value of X, Y and Z. Now again it checks Z less than equals to N. Z is 1 right now. 1 less than equals to 5. Yes. Condition satisfied. It goes inside and prints the value of Z. X equals to Y. So instead of 0, this becomes 1 now. And Y equals to Z. So Z is 1. So this becomes 1. And then Z equals to X plus Y. X is 1 right now. Y is 1 right now. So Z becomes 2. Z value becomes 2. Okay. Goes on the top again. Checks the condition. Is 2 less than equals to 5? Yes. Condition true. Goes inside and prints the value of Z, which is 2 here. So like this iteration will happen and it will print all the Fibonacci series within 5. Within 5, all the Fibonacci series will be printed. So 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and 3, 3 will be printed. After that, it won't print. Yeah, 5 will be printed. Then it won't go beyond this. Clear? Let's see the output. Enter the number. Let me write 5. So it gives 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 5. Till 5, it will give all the Fibonacci series. If I just write 10 here, let me write 10. So till 8 it gives, because after 8 what you have? It crosses the 10, right? You get 13. So 13 is greater than 10. So it won't print 13. Till 10 only it is going to print the series. That's it. Okay. I hope everyone is able to follow the logic. This is the logic of the program. It's just like, this condition should be satisfied. Then only the loop will run. Once the condition is not satisfied, the loop will break and the output will be given. Everybody, please they can write yes, no, able to understand, confused. Okay. So you can take 1 or 2 minutes and you can write the code parallelly in your computer system for both prime and both Fibonacci series. We will just take a short break, like for a minute or two, and then we will move forward. Please take some time to digest this concept. We have to digest this concept, and then it will be very easy. Oh, hope everyone wrote the code. Repeat, shall I repeat? Okay. Okay, I can repeat it, but it is going to take some time and we have to cover the next concept also. So what shall we do then? We have to move on also. We have it's going to be 5 right now. So we will just move on. Let's cover the next concept. I would just request, please go through the recording. It's very easy. If you're not able to understand at first, go repeat, watch the recording again and again, and you will understand it. Trust me, it's very easy. Okay, we will move forward. Now, next thing we will be studying about match cases. Match case statement. What is this match case statement? So like, if someone knows C, C++ or Java, there is a switch case. Same thing we have in Python. So it says for developers coming from languages like C++ and Java, they will be knowing there is something called switch cases. Now Python has match cases. So what does it do? Here we have to pass a parameter. You just need to pass a parameter and then try to check which case the parameter is getting satisfied. So whatever the case the parameter is satisfying, that will be executed. So let's try to understand this with an example. We have here hello world is a string. Then we have used the match cases here. Now match command, we have the case 1. Case 1, if it is hello world, then it will print hello to you. Second case, if it is goodbye world, then it will print see you later. And the default, you have the default case. If nothing is matching at the end, it will print no match found. So here the output will be hello to you because the first case is matching. Okay, let's quickly write the code for this one. It will be easy if you see this in a code. All right, I'm getting a number from the user. Okay, what we'll do initially, we'll just keep this x as not getting it from the user. We are predefining it in the program itself, x as 4. Okay, then I'm going to use the match, match. Match keyword will be used x colon. Okay, then we have to give the cases. Case 1. What is the case 1? If it is 0, then just do this for print x is 0. If it is 0, okay. Second case, if it is 4. Case is 4. All right. Now default. If nothing is matching, last result will be printed in the default case underscore you have to give. That's the default case. X. Let's run the code. So it says case is 4 because your x was initially 4. So this case is, it will just go there. It will just see if case 0 not satisfied because x is 4. So 0 not satisfied. So it goes down. Case 4, yes, here it is satisfied. So it will print case is 4. And obviously when this is satisfied, it is just going to give the output. It won't go further. It won't go further down. It will not go in the default case because already it has just found a match. It will just stop there. It will print case is 4. Okay, so this is how match cases is going to work. What if I write here 0? What will be the output? If I write 0, x is 0. First one, very good. What if I just write 55 here. $55. Very good. Default one will be printed. Let's run. 55. So it is going to give 55. Okay. Please write the code parallelly along with me. Next. Now this time, getting the number from the user. So I will just write int input. X. Okay. Enter the value of X. I just write here 56. It will print 56. Now I'm just going to make some changes in my program. Case 0, case 5. Now in default, I can add more. I can even add an if statement here. If X not equals to 90, then it is going to print X not 90. And if it is not equals to 80, then it will print is not 80. The last one, but not the least, case defaults print X. Okay, let's see the output now. So enter the value of X. What if I just write 90 here? 90. 90 is not 80. 90 is not 80 because see, it is not 0, it is not 4. So case 0, it won't print. Case 4, it won't print. It will go in the default one. Now in the default one also, there are few others. It is going to check if X not equals to 90. I gave 90. So this is not satisfied because 90 is equals to 90. So it will go to the next one. Now it is going to check if X not equals to 80. Yes, it is not, 90 is not equals to 80. So it will print is not 80. Okay, so this is the output. What if I give here 90? If I give 90 here, then it will print 90 is not 80. Okay, that's what is the output. Perfect. Please write this down. Okay, let's move on now. Next one, what we want to do, we want to use the else with the while loop. Let's see, else with the while loop. Let's see this one. What I'll do, I'll just open W3 Schools just for showing the example. So here it says we are using the else in the while loop. So with the else statement, we can run a block of code once when the condition is no longer true. So here what happens in the while loop, we are using the else. Now, when the condition is not satisfied, When the condition is not satisfied, I less than equals to 6. Once this condition is not satisfied, the else will be printed. That is the purpose. So now here we are not using the if, we are using the else. So this is the combination we have to make. This is how we have to be creative. What kind of loops we are going to use, which statement you are going to use, how you are going to combine them together to get the output. That's a creative thing which we have to do. So here while and else is used together. Perfect. Let's see this in the code. All right. We will be just using the count here. Count initially equals to 5. We will be using the while loop here. While we are going to give the condition greater than 0. When count greater than 0, then print count, and we will do the decrement for the count. -1, and then we will be printing else here. Okay. Name error. Okay, so you see it prints from 5, it starts, and then it prints 4, 3, 2, 1. And then when the condition is not satisfied, it prints I am inside else. When this condition is not satisfied, the else will be printed. As simple as that. Okay. So this is using the else with the while. Okay, please write it quickly. And then we have to understand 2 more concepts today, and then we will wrap up. Kindly stay with me just some time, and then we are done for today. Please write this code. I hope this is clear. It's very simple, using the else with the while. When the while condition is not satisfied, else will be printed. Okay, something happened there. Okay, perfect. Very good. Next, we are going to understand the break and the continue. The break and the continue in Python. Very beautiful concept. Now, what is a break statement? It's used inside both the while and the for loop. You can use it both inside the for loop and the while loop. It terminates the loop immediately and transfers the execution to the new statement after the loop. So say for example, I have just given a condition, and at that particular condition, I want to break my loop. At a particular situation, I just want to break my loop. For that, we can use the break keyword. Now here in the example, we can see count less than equals to 100. Now it is going to print the count, and also increment will happen. But if count equals to 3, at that moment, the loop will be broken. I'm just going to break the loop at that particular moment. So only the output will be 0, 1, and 2. This is the purpose of the break statement. Okay, if you want, kindly take screenshot and all, and please make notes for this one. I know I'm just going quite faster please be with me because we have to complete all the concepts. That's why the pace is little bit, you might feel the pace is little bit faster. Then second one, continue statement. What we want to do, continue. Continue is just going to skip the iteration. Break is going to break out of the loop, but continue is going to skip the iteration. Okay, it will be better if I just write this in the code. That will make more sense. Okay, first of all, we just want to take the multiplication table one. Okay, so multiplication table, we already have done it. We will be using the for I in range 12. I want to print till 12. We will be giving the if statement. If I equals to 10, then I want to print. Okay, so this is for the continue. I'll just use the continue here. Okay, sorry. So if I equals to 10, I just want to break the statement first. Print, printing the table. So I'll just put the double quotes. Then I equals to 5. All right. Now what happens? So see what's happening here. At I equal to 10, the loop is just breaking. It is not going till 12. Okay, so at this condition, I am breaking the loop. That is the purpose of the break statement. Now, what if I just use the continue here? The same program, I want to use the continue. So what I'll do, after this condition, I'm going to print okay, it's better if I just copy this. Comment this out. Then I will use the continue here. Skip the iteration. And then instead of break, I'm going to use the continue. All right, and it will be printed. I will just remove this because it's not the break. Okay, let's see. Now, something is happening here. If you are really focusing, you will be able to find the difference. Now, what's happening here at I equals to 10, it is skipping the iteration and then it is going to the next iteration. So you can see I into 5 is not printed. It is just skipping that iteration. And then it is going to the 11. And since it is 12, it is just going to print the table till 11. So very simple. Break, leave the loop. Break is used for coming out of the loop, and continue, skip the iteration. Okay, break used for breaking out of the loop, continue used for skipping the iteration. Yes, no, understood? Was I able to convey properly? Yeah, please, you can write. That is the difference.
Sir, I had a question.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, can we use PyInsurance module to convert our Python files to executable files?
Reyansh, your voice is not proper. Can you repeat your
Just
question?
a minute. Audible?
Yeah.
So I was saying, is it safe to use the PyInstallers module to convert our Python files to executable files?
No, your question should be related to the concept. Please don't ask different question. Please ask the question. It should be related to the concept which we are learning here.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sorry.
Did you understand the this thing? Break and continue.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Very good, Reyansh. And have you written the code?
What, sir?
Have you written this code?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Very nice. Keep it up. I hope everyone has written the code and everyone understood. Hmm. Okay. Perfect. Very good. All right. So that's all for today's session. So let me just quickly revise what we studied. First of all, we understood how to write a program to find if a number is prime or not. Then we wrote the code to print Fibonacci series till a number. Then we just studied about the match case statement, using the match case statement. Then we studied about using the else with the while, okay, and then break, how to use the break and the continue statement. These are the things which we studied today. Okay, perfect. Now let's come to the assignment. What is the assignment for this week? We want to write a program to find sum of digits of a given number. Write a program to find sum of digits of a given number. And second one, write a program to check whether a given number is palindrome number or not. If a given number is palindrome number or not. Okay, these are the two assignments. Perfect. Very good. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for giving your time. And on a Sunday, you know, everyone is just having fun on a holiday. But you people are coming and attending the session every week. I really I'm going to really appreciate this thing. And you are really dedicated to learn the Python programming language. Keep coming every Sunday and just stick, keep practicing. Thank you so much. And we will meet next week. Please stay online. Sister Rakhi will take the meditation session and then we will wrap up. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you.
mindset with a mind empowering technique. The thought that we'll take to empower our mind today is you can do anything. So let's believe in ourselves, in any aspect or challenge, whether that be professional or personal. We can do anything only if we believe in ourselves. Only if we believe that our power is higher than the power of the situation or the challenge. And any obstacle placed in our path is actually an awakening for us, a realization to look at things differently, to change our perspective, and most likely even change the path. Because obstacles are deliberately placed by time only to steer us in the right direction. That obstacle is for our benefit. So when we see an obstacle or a challenge in front of us, we have to affirm that yes, we can do anything. This challenge has only come to help me. It has come to help me grow, to enhance my skill, to think differently. To have a different approach to problem solving, to learn something new. It is a helping hand given by time. It is not an obstacle. It is a blessing in disguise. It has come to eliminate any dependency, any comfort zones we created, any thought patterns that we became comfortable in. It has come to take us out of our comfort zone so that we are able to grow. So yes, we can do anything only if we look at it with the lens of positivity and we accept every challenge, every difficulty with open arms and only not focus on the difficulty that's presented, but objectively focus on the blessing that has brought to me in disguise. How is it making me better? It's making me think differently. It's helping me handle something. It's helping my inner power. It's helping my inner wisdom. So yes, we can do anything. if we believe in ourselves, and if we believe whatever is happening is meant for our own growth, when it is silence, what it has come to teach us becomes clearer and clearer with time. When we sit in silence, we take a step back from that upheaval of that situation and challenge. The solution also comes very clearly in our mind. It's just like how we sometimes debug code in our dreams, because the solution is there within us. We just have to be in the right mindset to be able to see what that solution is. And that right mindset is silence and total belief in ourselves that yes, we can do anything. So, for a few minutes, let's just absorb these thoughts. Go back in time and witness how we face challenges in the past. Did we break, or did we rise above victoriously? How did that challenge make us better today? What did we learn from it? This introspection is very important. How did the challenge affect us? How long did it affect us? How did we eventually overcome it? What if it comes ahead again, the same challenge? How would I act differently? We learn when we change the way we react and act. And the best measure of our reactions and actions is how we feel while we are going through the process of the challenge. during the challenge, if I'm still calm and composed, then my actions and reactions will be much more accurate. They will be wise. And if I'm not feeling calm and composed, then I'm drastically under the influence of that challenge. And we have depleted ourselves of all the arms and ammunition to deal with the challenge. Because none of our thoughts are directed towards how to handle things. They're more towards this has happened, I am stuck. And we are confused because we can't make decisions on how to handle them. We're not accepting the challenge, we're resisting it. So, yes, we can do anything with a calm and composed mind. We accept and let the thoughts be directed towards the solving and addressing of the challenge in a wise manner by changing the path, by first understanding the purpose, the higher purpose of that challenge placed in front of me. What is it truly challenging in my personality? Is it challenging my belief in myself? That I can achieve anything? Or is it challenging my belief in time? That all will be well, all will be good. Everything will work out in my favor eventually. It's just a matter of time. That's how I get out of my anxiety and troubled and disturbed state of mind. With utmost belief that this too shall pass away. So there are many more techniques of handling challenges. But the first and foremost is, yes, we can do anything. This belief is foundational. It empowers our mind. So let's strive towards spending the remaining week being calm and composed, and enjoying this journey of life and facing challenges with a powerful mindset. Thank you. With this, we conclude our session for today and look forward to seeing everyone next week again. Thank you very much.